Well, Barbie would be absolutely wrong. This is absolutely a dump. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Got it. You got it too? Good. All right. I mean, shit, I only got what, all right, I got it. All right. I don't need to even pay attention to this shit no more. All right, man. Seven, 10, 50. Oh, damn. Alfred didn't get it this time. I'm surprised I got it. I felt like I was kind of slow on the draw. I felt like I was slow on it, but I'm not going to complain or nothing. I'm not going to complain. All right. Well, shit. Since this is a reset, I'm definitely going to try to take this a little bit more seriously. I got a funded account, but I'm not going to trade that until next week. I'm not trading that until next week. Call it what it is. It's a dildo candle. All right, so let's see if we can kind of get this thing to come back down. Like I said, I mean, we did get a trend line break on let me turn this down because I'm yelling over it. Actually, I don't even need to have this in my ear until that dude comes on the screen. I mean, he's the trigger for the giveaway, so as long as he's not. All right, so we did get a trend line break, and like I said, price action is always a beautiful thing to witness in hindsight because when you think that these things are happening randomly in the moment, you draw your structure, and you can just see the beauty of people just being trapped on one side of the market, people using uh, these trend lines on the other side of the market. And actually, let me look at this. So yeah, yeah, that shit did not hold at all. This shit went up all the way to 200, like we talked about last night. So this is not a surprise to me. And oh wow, we got to 17. Wow, I didn't. Wow, on ES. Wow, got the 17. Hmm. All right, so either right here on gold, either we see them buy this or we see them sell. Look at this higher time frame because we got that break. I'm pretty sure the bears are trying to sell the retest here. I mean, they can be successful potentially, but I mean, we'll see. I mean, we got a break out there. I mean, we got a break. Yeah, it looks like the bears are trying to sell this thing, but for whatever reason, they're failing to hold it. I mean, actually, I don't got no other accounts to. They're failing to hold it, and then they fail. I'm like, man, the bears have just been failing on gold. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, it looks like looks like I should have probably went short here. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, obviously gold right now is trending, so I mean, it's I mean, I wouldn't short this, but I mean, if the shorts work, I mean, I'm gonna my feelings are gonna be hurt. But gold is definitely trending right now. We're making higher lows and higher highs, so we're definitely trending. Hmm. So I guess if we do see a failure here, hmm, Let me see if I can kind of get into this. Because this does look like it wants to go down. You got a double top. I mean, unless this is a inverse head and shoulder, I'm looking for another leg down here. All right. Yeah, I'm looking for another leg down here. Oh, we got Trump news at 10? Oh, shit. Hmm. Oh, shit. We got Trump news at 10. You already know what that means. We're going to pump. Yeah, it looks like I should have took that short on gold. Looks like I should have taken it. Looks like I should have taken that short on gold. Let's see if we can identify an area to go long on this damn thing.
You can find the area code for a specific location by using online area code directories or by contacting your
All
telecom
right,
operator.
Siri. I don't even understand why you even came on. All right, I gotta turn. What the hell? That's how you know that your apps are always listening. I didn't even say, "Hey Siri," and she just started talking. What kind of shit is that?
I found this on the web.
Oh man. I'm about to probably miss an opportunity here on gold at the trend line here. I don't think the bulls got it in them, or the bears got it in them to break this trend line. I mean, should get it close enough, I guess. All right. All right. Let me look at this Nasdaq trade. Of course, of course, of course, of course. You say you're short gold right now? We get good. Uh, I'm gonna try to let this thing play. Or I will let it play out. I will let this play out. There we go. There we go. Great trade. Great trade. Great trade. Great trade. Great trade. Great trade. Got a really good trade on Nasdaq. Really good trade, man. Really good trade. All right. I mean, shit. I think I'm already at maximum daily profit for this account. Yeah, I'm already at maximum daily profit. I'm gonna still let it play out though. Yeah, because I mean, Investor Z, I didn't expect for them to break this trend line, man. I mean, I think I've seen the market so many times fail at trend lines. I just don't trust trend lines, man. Okay. They fail so often at trend lines. I just don't ever expect for them to be successful there. All right, come on, baby. Take me to my target. Hmm. Uh, Interesting. Ah, man. Okay. That's always heartbreaking, but I guess whatever. It's always heartbreaking. It's always heartbreaking to be up and price comes back to your or comes close to your break even. Uh, it's always heartbreaking. Okay. I guess if life gives you lemons, right? If life gives you lemons, you add to the position. Uh, if life gives you lemons, you add to the position, baby. All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see. So, I mean, I am in this ES trade. I am in this ES trade right now as well. So we had a good trade on the Nasdaq. We had a decent start on gold, but you know, obviously gold. I mean, we're not out of the trade this gold trade yet, but I mean, we did have a decent push from our entry, about 6 points or 5 points from our entry. We're not out of this gold trade yet, but um, decent push. We're still kind of in a little underwater on this ES trade, but we got a lot of room to go. A lot of protection in this we have a lot of protection here. So um we should be good. Well, the Bears are definitely trying to sell gold down for sure. I mean the Bears. The bears are definitely trying to sell here. I mean, if we get a break of structure here, if we get a failure from the bulls to hold this, well, I would obviously flip short here, but because if they use that trend line right there as resistance, well, I mean, that's going to be a change. It's a change of sentiment. And unfortunately, on gold, once you see that break of structure, it's kind of hard for the opposite side to regain control unless it was a trap. We are trending down though. We are trending down. But overall, this leg is bullish. So that's what I'm betting on right here. It hasn't even touched it yet. Okay. All right, we got 5 minutes. We got 5 minutes. We'll see what happens here. What are they talking about?
Takeaway and lesson on all of that is we all have the capacity to make someone smile today. We all have the capacity to further a relationship, deepen a relationship with someone that we love. So take your opportunity to do it today. That's my life lessons with Luke.
Bro, anybody, we're not here for that.
Sort of a depressing one. Yeah.
We're not here for none of that.
It's not really depressing.
A positive spin. But Barbie, why don't you take us through our education?
All right. I thought he was talking about something that we was all here for. Well, so far my ES trade is working out. Unfortunately, I don't think my gold trade is going to work out for me here. I don't think it's going to work out for me here. Come on, bulls. If y'all going to push this damn thing, push it. But yeah. All right, I got to take this loss on gold. Ah, damn it. I mean, the fat lady hasn't sung yet, so I'm still in it. The fat lady has not sung yet. How many ticks am I off on this low? I'm gonna give myself couple more ticks. Kind of want to be off that low. I don't want it to need to sweep liquidity underneath that low just to push higher, but not too much more. Yeah. I mean, the bulls are holding it. Bulls are holding it. They holding it. No, they ain't holding it, man. Okay. Damn it. I might have to. Every time I go heavy, huh? Yeah, I can't give it any more. I can't give it any more room to run, or for room to quote unquote breathe and to move. I can't give it any more. Yeah, I know, right, Alfred? Like, they know why we ain't here for none of that. We are not here for none of that. Well, I mean, I'm gonna be happy about something. I mean, my ES trade is working out, so I mean, I'm happy about that. I'm happy about that. That's something to be happy about. But all my risk is on gold right now. All my real risk is on gold. Mhm. All right. I mean, if the Bulls can reject it right there at the 21, I mean that's it for me. I mean shit. That's it. If we get a rejection here, that's it. If you get a rejection at this 50, at this trend line, oh man, that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it, man. Damn. Okay. We just need a nasty green candle. All right, here come the Trump. The Trump pump or dump. Which way the market gonna go? Which way? Does it pump or dump? Like my gold trade is gonna probably be done. Oh well. Congratulations, Investor Z. Your position won. God. Mm. And I guess that's kind of what. Well, I'm not saying that shit. Nah, I'm a trader. I'm not saying that shit. That's what I do. I was at maximum daily profit, but I wanted more. And I'm not gonna sit here and say that just because I wanted more, I deserve what just happened. I wanted more. Damn it. Even though I was at maximum daily profit. Mm, all right. Well, we'll see what happens here. Did we get a reaction? I mean, this is the supposed Trump news. Mm, all right. Um, Mm. Mm. Uh, mm. If we can get a candle above this 50 EMA and 200, we should see price come back to this area right here. We should see it come back right here. That's what I'm gonna be looking for. You can keep pumping gold. Yeah, they're gonna probably, man, S1. We're probably gonna see maybe people take profits at S1 maybe. I know, right? They haven't even started the damn conference, and they're probably doing that shit on purpose, making sure everybody's like, y'all guys in, y'all guys in. We ain't gonna start until y'all guys are in. Yo, let me look at the flow right now. Let me see what the flow is doing. Let's look at the flow real quick. Okay, so they're getting in. They've gotten into. So where is it at? 483. They've been buying at, or they've been buying or selling at 483, 487, 487. Yeah, I mean the flow was kind of light right now. It ain't really saying nothing. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. All right. Seems like we got our gold targets hit, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Let's check on our ES trade. Looks like my ES trade is underwater now. Yeah. I'm. Yeah, I don't see nothing. I got the live soon Trump to talk or whatever. Man, whatever, bro. Whatever, man. Whatever. All right. Okay. Well. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. I see what you're doing. Yeah. Cause yeah. Why not? Right. Why not? Right? Yeah. I was just sitting there looking for that, and wow. Okay. All right. So let me look at and see how many points I was up. I was in at around 74. It made it all the way up to, so that was 10 points. It's 10 points on ES. Unfortunately, I didn't take those 10 points. I didn't take it. So, um, hmm. I mean, yeah, it's like it's always something fucking new or something. Like, it's always fucking new. I mean, it's highly unlikely. Rocket Scooter 50. Mm, I mean, technically, I mean that's mm, yeah. I mean, it's crazy how all of a sudden now it's all different now and shit. Uh, I would hate to go short on the Nasdaq. Hate to go short. You got a trend. You got perfectly engineered liquidity of this thing. If Trump says something that the market likes, this thing can easily shoot back up. Easily shoot back up. Mm. All right, man. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't know why. Man. It's literally the same chart, and that's an main Q. Literally the same chart. Mm. All right. It's just one of those. It's just one of those things, man. It's one of those things. Hmm. You know, when I see stuff like this, that's kind of frustrating. I mean, stuff like that is just it's just frustrating because it's like, well, what was the point of that? 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 See, and this is why I didn't want to. This is why I didn't want to short Nasdaq. This is why I didn't want to short it. I ain't shorting the Nasdaq. I mean, when the candles are this erratic, candles are this erratic, man. It's kind of. I guess it's best to sit on your hands, but I guess there's nothing to that. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that crap. What the hell I'm sitting on my hands for? There's a trade every day. B. There's a trade set up every day. B. Yeah. And I mean, honestly, I don't blame you, Alfred. I really don't. Yeah, I wouldn't want to trade this either. Yeah, I mean, it's obvious the market is in a downtrend, but I mean, it's Trump can come on, people get euphoric or whatever, and then the market will just pump just off of that. Hmm. So what? Trump is 30 minutes late. He got the people waiting. Trump is literally 30 minutes late. I mean, that's the breaker structure right there. think it's the candle that breaks. Mm. Huh? Oh shit! I wasn't even paying attention. Oh shit! I wasn't even paying attention. I was looking at the higher time frame chart to see if I can kind of get into either one of these moves. I wasn't even paying attention. All right, I'm gonna go long here, man. I'm going long. I'm going long. What is that? Where am I in at? 89. Bears don't got it in them. They suck. Bears don't got it. They suck. They suck. Man. All right, man. All right. That's all right. Bears don't got it. Oh shit. Oh, damn. Shit. Oh, damn. That was a stupid mistake to make. That was a stupid mistake to make on my part. That was a stupid mistake. I didn't even notice that I had a limit actually sitting here. I didn't know that. Mm. So it missed me by 2 ticks, 57, 64. Mm. Well, let's see if they can hold this. I mean, if they can hold it, um, mm, okay. Yeah, it's always a profitable strategy to bet against bears because they suck. It's always a profitable strategy to bet against bears. They just suck. If I can kind of get into this, maybe let me see if I can kind of get like a base hit here. See if I can kind of sneak a limit in here. I'm gonna let this play out. I'm gonna let it play out. I mean, I'm gonna let it play out. We'll see what happens here. I didn't mean for this to be an entry. I don't know why I left a limit here. It's a silly place to leave a limit. And of course, even my limit orders, perfect short entries. That's crazy. Okay. Well. Oh shit. You know what probably happened? Oh, you know what? I think that's what probably happened. I think I might have had the auto chase feature on. I think this thing chased it. I think that's probably what happened because I was like, I don't remember having a limit right here. So I must have chased it. Yeah, it chased it. Yeah, it chased. I think it chased it. Yeah, it must have chased it up. Of course. Whatever, man. And I guess it couldn't have chased it down here. It had to chase it all the way up here. I mean, I could have saw. I thought I had it set to where. I mean, if it hits my limit by like a tick or something. And like a little microstructure because I mean, I'm surprised I didn't just use that one. All right, so I mean, you got to stick to just a one because that worked out. But then pull back up and then it did it again. And so um, Then I get it again, and then. But then I guess if it doesn't hit your, I mean, if you set it up and it don't hit it, then all right. All right, let's see what the Bears are made of. Let's see. Yo, it's crazy that Trump has yet to have come out. My man is 30 minutes late right now. 37 to be exact. Holding the market up and shit. I mean, I mean, shit. He is the quote unquote first president to ever have a freaking mugshot. That shit, let him wait. I mean, shit. It's crazy. The Democratic Party literally thought that, and here's the craziness about when Trump had that mugshot. That right there should have told anybody that he was going to be the next president. You have literally, how do I want to say this? We have a society now that glorifies criminals. And with the help of the Democratic Party, they made it a solidified thing. What's crazy on their part is that there's like, yeah, let's make him into a criminal, even though we've glorified criminals and we promote that shit. And they thought that calling him a felon, giving him a mugshot, all this stuff was going to be something that was going to deter people in a society now that glorifies crime. It doesn't make sense when you say it out loud, but that's exactly what they did. They basically gave this man the presidency. Basically. You got a lot more people with records, and now they got somebody they can relate to. It's like, shit, the president is a quote unquote technically a criminal. And I like that. I mean, shit, everything green right now. So, yo, Trump is getting his buddies in, yo. Everybody was like, yo, shit, you good? He's like, no, I ain't buy my shares yet. I ain't buy my shares yet. All right. Well, let them wait. Make them wait. Let them wait. Let me look at the flow real quick. I mean, the flow is it's quiet. Actually, let's look at this real quick. I mean, let's look at this. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. We gotta look at SPY though, because I mean, we gotta look at SPY. You can't look at the cues. You gotta look at SPY. Okay. So let's look at this. Let's see if they've been secretly just, I mean, it is calls. We're seeing a lot of calls, but let's actually filter this out and see if we can get this week's and see what they're doing this week, the ones that expired this week. I mean, they got calls. So 560. So they're doing something at 560. They're either buying or they're selling. I mean, we got to be the judge of that. They're buying or selling at this level right here. So price is being held up. So I mean, I'm going to assume this is a buy. I'm going to make the assumption that they're buying here, but this could also be them selling orders. So I mean, shit, you don't know. That's the one thing about shares. You don't know if it's a buy or if it's a sell. Well, I guess it was safe to stay in that gold trade. All right. I should have added to this damn thing. Should have added to it. Okay. Wasn't the best entry on gold, but we got this thing to blast off. So, I mean, nice. All right. So with all that red flashing, did I get stopped out of this? Ah, man, you freaking bears. You bears. All right, whatever, man. Was I saved by a tick? All right, I'll take that. I'll take that. All right, let me hit that first target for me. You got, man. You can't make this type of crap up, man. You can't make it up. Whatever, dude. Whatever, man. Whatever, dude. He can't make this crap up. It just happens. It just happens, man. It just happens. All right. Well, of course, man. Oh, okay. I really got to figure this crap out. Because on days where my break even is literally perfect, the perfect entry for shorts and longs, I got to ask myself because this is not my original entry. So what is it about the market in my freaking break even? What the hell is up with that? This is not even my original entry. My original entry is all the way up here at 90. So I scaled into it 3 times. So how the hell does it know where my freaking break even is? Hmm. Hmm. Mm. Okay. Don't you just hate that shit, Alfred? How the hell is it no? Bogdanov, he shorted. He bought. Pump dump it. Okay. Hmm. Girl, why you in here? Seriously? Oh my god. Really? Seriously? Give me a second. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. Yeah, no, Trump is super late right now. He's an hour late. He's an hour late right now. Kaizen, you said crazy how gold actually gave everything up and more, and then hit his stop loss on long, and then go up overnight. Yeah. Have I changed back to gold? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, look at that. Okay. Well, at least gold didn't do this to you. Literally falls short a tick of your target. And the Nasdaq is playing with my stop right now. It's like, am I going to stop you out? Am I going to pump? Am I going to stop you out? Am I going to pump? Am I going to stop you out? Yeah, the market is definitely playing with everybody today, for sure. And at this point, Trump, you holding the markets up, my guy. That's strike two. First, it's the slander against Powell. And now you super late, knowing everybody's waiting on you so we can start making this money in this market. You're super late, my guy. See them approval ratings drop down. There he goes.
Of agreements on trade that my administration has
There
been
he goes.
negotiating over the past 4 weeks. With this deal, the UK joins the United States in affirming that reciprocity and fairness is an essential and vital principle of international trade.
What the hell?
The deal includes
First he's
billions of
late and then the
dollars of
audio
increased
sucks?
market
Oh,
access for
hell
American
no.
exports, especially in agriculture, dramatically increasing access for American beef, ethanol, and virtually all of the products produced by our great farmers. And our Secretary, as you know, of Agriculture is here. Brooke, thank you very much for being here. American beef, you'll let the farmers know, and virtually all of the products produced by our great farmers. And our Secretary, as you know, of Agriculture is here. Brooke, thank you very much for being here.
Day. Thank you, sir.
You'll let the farmers know. In addition, the UK will reduce or eliminate numerous non-tariff barriers that unfairly discriminated against American products. But this is now turning out, I think, really to be a great deal for both countries, because it'll be really great for the UK also. So they're opening up the country.
That's heartbreaking. Whatever, dude. You know what?
And we appreciate that.
Whatever, man.
They'll also be fast-tracking American goods through their customs process, so our exports go to a very, very quick form of approval, and there won't be any red tape. Things are going to move very quickly both ways. The final details are being written up in the coming weeks. We'll have it all very conclusive, but the actual deal is a very conclusive one. We think just about everything's been approved.
That's crazy.
So good for both countries. And we'll also receive new market access for American chemicals, machinery, and many other industrial products that weren't allowed. And they'll end up getting products that they'll be able to price, and if they like them better and we make great products, they'll be buying those products, but they were not available in the UK. Furthermore, in a historic step, the deal includes plans that will bring the United Kingdom into the economic security alignment with the United States. That's the first of its kind. So we have a big economic security blanket, and that's very important. And we feel very, very comfortable with that, because it's been a great ally, truly one of our great allies. I mean, a lot of people say our greatest ally. I don't want to insult people by saying that, but I can say it's certainly one of our greatest, and right at the top. And they're the first one we're talking about.
You got to be fucking kidding,
we have
dude.
many
You got to be fucking
today
kidding.
and tomorrow.
You
and,
got to be fucking kidding right
now. Wants
now.
to be making deals.
You got to be fucking
And,
kidding
we
me
have a
right now.
Meeting,
What?
as you know, Scott will be going over to Switzerland on Saturday, and that'll be very, very interesting. We'll find out, but I think they want to make a deal very badly too. Both countries have agreed that the economic security is national security, and will be working together as allies to ensure that we have a strong industrial base, appropriate export controls, and protections for key technologies and industries like steel. Steel is a big factor. Both countries will become stronger with steel and things necessary for military. You know, we used to build ships and other things literally at a level that nobody's ever seen, and we haven't. We've eased up, and I would say that the UK certainly eased up, but now we're going to be uneasing both, and we work together. Once again, I want to thank Prime Minister Starmer. He's been terrific for his partnership in this matter, the special relationship and external bond. It's really an external and an internal bond between our two countries will soon be stronger than ever before. And we really do. We have a great relationship. I want to just say that the representatives of UK have been so professional. And it's been an honor doing business with all of them, and in particular, the Prime Minister. And I'd like to introduce him now to say a few words. Mr. Prime Minister, please take it away.
Thank you, Mr. President, Donald. And this is a really fantastic, historic day in which we can announce this deal between our two great countries. And I think it's a real tribute to
you know what?
the history that we have of working so closely together. Can I pay tribute, Donald, to your negotiating team as well, particularly Howard and Jameson, who've done an incredible job, a very professional job, and my team as well. Two negotiating teams have worked at pace now for a number of weeks to bring in this deal today. Really important deal. This is going to boost trade between and across our countries. It's going to not only protect jobs but create jobs, opening market access. And as you say, Donald, the timing couldn't be more apt, because not only was it 80 years ago today that victory came for Europe after and at the end of the Second World War, but of course on that day,
You know what,
the
man?
UK and the US stood together as the closest of allies. And Donald, I think even down to the hour, because you may or may not know that it was about this time of day, exactly 80 years ago, that Winston Churchill announced victory in Europe. And that led to great celebrations across Europe, across America, but particularly in the United Kingdom. literally people going out into the street, putting bunting up, going up to the palace. And so to be able to announce this great deal on the same day, 80 years forward, almost at the same hour, and as we were
So this is symbolic and shit.
with the UK and the US
He just said why it was why it was late.
I think is
The same year, almost the same hour. It's supposed to be symbolic. Blah blah blah.
Close relationship that endured over those 80 years. As you know, Donald, when it comes to defence and security and intelligence sharing, of course, there are no two countries that are closer than our two countries. And now we take this into new and important territory by adding trade and the economy to the closeness of our relationship. It is built, as you say, on those notions of fairness and reciprocal arrangements. We've always had a fair and balanced arrangement between our countries. This builds on that, hugely important for sectors like car manufacturing and for steel and aluminium and so many others. And yes, we could finish ironing out some of the details, but there's a fantastic platform here, including, of course, on the tech side, where I think I'm right in saying we're the only two Western countries with trillion-dollar sectors when it comes to tech. And in the end, it comes down to, as you say, Donald, economic security is national security. On national security, we've been absolutely the closest of allies for so many years, keeping the peace through that close alliance, that friendship. And now we add to that this deal on trade and the economy. And I want to thank you for your leadership on that, Donald, and for the way in which your team have negotiated this. I'm so pleased that we've got this deal.
Bro, stop glazing the guy. We heard it the first time. Shit. Man. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Come on, man. Damn.
With you, but on the details, I think
whatever, bro. Whatever, man. Whatever. You don't want to see your boy win. I get it.
Deal with that through one of my team.
That's great. Well, Mr. Prime Minister, thank you very much. It's an honor. We're going to have a continued, maybe a better relationship than ever before. You know, I don't know if the media knows, but the U.S. and UK have been working for years to try and make a deal. Never quite got there.
Yeah.
It did with this Prime Minister. So I want to just congratulate you.
Well, with this president, this prime minister, we've managed to achieve what many people have tried to achieve for many years.
That's right.
And I'm really pleased, and it feels completely historic and on a special 80-year anniversary as well. So, Donald, thank you so much. It's really good to have got this deal over the line. Tribute to both teams, tribute to our countries, and tribute to your leadership.
Thank you. Well, it really is a great thing. And you go do your press conference, and I'll see you soon. Maybe speak to you later. But thank you very much. An incredible thing. I can't tell you that for so many years, even as I sat, everybody talked and talked and talked about a deal with. It just seemed like a natural deal, but it was not done. But now it was done with us. So I feel very proud to have been a part of it. Keir, thank you very much.
Thanks, Donald, and we'll speak again soon.
Very good. So long. Bye. Why don't I do this?
I think the market does this shit purposely to me.
Secretary of Commerce, Howard Lutnick, give a little
There's no way
description
that
of the deal pretty
you
quick.
just fall short for my targets for no damn reason, and then hits my break even 10 million
The very
times.
nice side, we'll be speaking about it also.
This is not even a.
From,
This is not even a. This is a scalp for me.
I think it's a very. It's just been a deal that was we thought very complicated. It became very simple. It's opening up the country that we really didn't have the kind of access to that I would have thought. I was surprised. I think it's why the deal never got done before. It was, they've been working on this deal for 25 years. And we got it done, and we got it done. Really, it's going to be great for both countries. So, Howard, if you could go, and then somebody else, you may have, you'll pick whoever you want who'd like to do it. I have a feeling you're going to do it, right? So you guys go ahead, and then we'll take questions right after that. But I think you'll get a pretty good understanding of how big it is. It's a very large deal, very big deal. And Howard, go ahead.
So the UK is the 6th largest economy in the world and the 4th largest that we export to, right? So it's a huge market, a top 10 market. If you remember Liberation Day, they were at 10% because we have balanced trade with the UK, right? They say they have a surplus, but of course that counts gold bullion, which is, so let's just call it balanced trade. So how do you open up a market in balanced trade? People think it's impossible. They've always thought it was impossible until President Trump came on the scene and changed the way things work. So here's what we've got. We've opened up new market access, ethanol, beef, machinery, all the agricultural products. They've agreed to open their markets, and that will add $5 billion of opportunity to American exporters. So the question is, why would they do that now? Because they've never done it before. And we still have our 10% tariff on, which will produce $6 billion of revenue for the United States. So the idea was, how do they keep their jobs, protect their economy, and do the best for their people while opening the market for us? And the way is they studied it, their team was exceptional, and they tried to figure out the markets that they're importing from other people and try to send them over to America. So why were they always favoring others and not us? And what they've done is they've found the ways to do that so that we have new access, right? But the UK workers are protected, and that was the balance. So we did a deal with them in automobiles, and you know, if you're not building here, we charge you a 25% tariff. But the president, and by the way, I want to make this clear, while Jameson and I worked hard, this was the president's deal, and people think, oh, that's not the way it works. If you got to sit next to him, I have the best deal maker to my left, and if you don't think that we take advantage of him calling the prime minister and getting that deal done, you don't understand who's the president of the United States. So he's the closer. He gets deals done that we could never get done because he understands business, he understands deals, and that's why we're here today. So he agreed they could send 100,000 cars into America and only pay a 10% tariff. And that protects their car industry. And remember, we do 16 million cars a year. So this is only like 0.6%. But for the UK auto people, this is tens of thousands of jobs that the president agreed that he would protect for them. So he made that deal, right? Then steel and aluminum, right? Their steel business has been destroyed like everybody else has been destroyed by people dumping steel into their markets. And British Steel had announced it was closing down. So the British government, as part of this deal, nationalized British Steel, and they're going to match the kinds of models we do. They'll put tariffs on, they'll put quotas on. They want to do it with America so they can be part of the resurgence of steel and aluminum in America, and that saves them, again, thousands and thousands of jobs. So if you go step by step, aero and commercial planes, they sell Rolls-Royce engines to Boeing. We've agreed to let Rolls-Royce engines and those kind of plane parts to come over tariff-free. And what you're going to hear today is there's going to be an announcement in the UK that they are buying $10 billion worth of Boeing planes later today, but I'm going to let the name of the airline announce it because that's theirs to do it. Part of this deal was always to do it together and to do it strong, and you can see the numbers on this board. Everything about this board works exceptionally well for the United States of America. It lays out the plan that you can work with us in autos, you can work with us with aero and commercial, you can work with us in pharmaceuticals if you have a supply chain that is secure and protected in national security. So we feel really good about the deal. You've heard the Prime Minister, he feels really good about the deal, right? And we started at 10% and we ended at 10%, and the market for America is better. And this is a perfect example of why Donald Trump produced Liberation Day. People don't understand. He gets things done in a matter of time. This would have taken Jameson and I 3 years, maybe. And instead, we got it done in 45 days, certainly, because we work for Donald Trump. So, Jameson, my partner in all this, maybe Jameson, you'd like to talk a little, and then we'll turn it over to the UK.
Sure, happy to do that. Everyone has great remarks. I just have to echo the President and the Prime Minister when we talk about VE Day. This is something we've been waiting for decades, and there's no more appropriate day to do this. And when we step back and we look back a few weeks from now or months from now or years from now, we're going to look back at this day and better appreciate the significance, I think. And I'll just say as well, in terms of negotiating, I mean, the UK negotiators, we've got one right here, did an incredible job, right? This is why you win wars, right? When you act like this, and the ambassador, he knows more about trade than a lot of us here, based on his background. And I would say on this deal, Mr. President, what we've shown is that it is time to change the way we do trade. People said we couldn't do a global tariff. We did a global tariff. They said no one would want to deal with us. People want a deal. They said no one give offers. You saw that stack of offers I showed you yesterday of all those countries. Said we wouldn't get deals, and here we are with a deal with the 6th largest economy. We've agreed to have fair and reciprocal trade, and we've done it in record time.
Thank you very much,
Sir.
Great job.
Thank you, sir.
Well, Mr. President, thank you very much indeed in hosting us this morning. And thank you very much indeed also for that very typical 11th hour intervention by you with your phone call to the President, demanding even more out of this deal than any of us expected. So thank you for that. Prime Minister was delighted, obviously, to take that call later tonight. But you took it to another level. And I think the point I would make is twofold. One is that if we're going to rebalance and rebuild international trade in a way that serves all our interests, then we're better doing that together than separately and apart. And that's what we're on a mission to do. But secondly, you've done what you said you would do. You said to the Prime Minister when he came and we visited in the Oval that you would do a good trade deal with the United Kingdom, that you would do it at pace, and that we would be first. And you have delivered that. You've been true to your word. So thank you very much indeed for that. For us, it's not the end. It's it's the end just of the beginning. I mean, there is yet more we can do in reducing tariffs and trade barriers so as to open up our markets to each other even more than we're agreeing to do today. But it also provides us with the platform, the springboard, do what I think will be even more valuable for both our countries.
When the Nasdaq begins to trade like this, it's so unbearable.
A technology partnership between the United States and the United Kingdom so that we can harness science and technology in order to create future industries and future jobs, and to do that together in the way we work so closely already in the national security and defense area. We can just take that to yet further areas of science, enterprise and endeavor. So we're looking forward to doing that in the coming months. You've launched us extremely well today. It just, in my view, as the Prime Minister
this is how I get myself in trouble.
Shows what two
That's how I get
countries
myself in trouble, by doing
trust
shit
each
like
other,
that.
who are confident in each other and are familiar with each other, can do not just for ourselves, but for the rest of the world who need to benefit from a bigger and better international trading system.
Touch my stuff.
Thank you very much. It was beautifully stated. What a beautiful accent.
Touch your own stuff.
I'd like to have that accent. Thank you.
My mother would be proud.
Thank you very much. Any questions?
James Matthews from Sky News.
Yes.
Can I ask, why Britain and why now? And you describe this deal as a full and comprehensive deal, and yet we've just argued with Steve.
You know what? I don't have to deal with this. I don't have to deal with this. I see something setting up on my baby gold. Hold on. Gold. Let me get into that. Let me get into that.
A president who needs a result at a difficult time.
I think that it's a great deal for both parties. It's for us. We're opened up. I didn't know how closed it was. Quite closed, the market, as you know, the UK, and it opens up a tremendous market for us, and it works out very well, and
all right, let's see.
A lot of assets. You see the chart, and those are tremendous assets. But we've been trying, and when you say why us, meaning your country, we've been trying for years, and they've been trying for years to make a deal, including when I was in the, first term. It would always be people talking, but they weren't getting it done. But for 25 years before that, they were trying always to make a deal, a very significant deal. I actually, until I looked at the numbers, I didn't realize this is a very conclusive deal, but we think we can grow it even from that. But this is a maxed out deal, not like you said it. You said it really incorrectly. This is a maxed out deal that we're going to make bigger, and we make it bigger through growth. But we have tremendous assets involved. I was surprised to see how big your country is in trade, actually. You know, one of the biggest in technology and so many other things. It's agriculture. I really didn't know. It's depending on your definition, it's from 4 to 5 to 6. That's pretty big in the world. So I was very impressed by that. But we're going to take it to new levels. It's a very big deal right now, but I think it is going to grow just of its own volition. It's going to grow, and over time there'll be changes made, there'll be adjustments made because we're flexible. We'll see things that we can do even better, but it's very conclusive, and we think everyone's going to be happy, and the people of your country are going to be very impressed with the result, and they'll be able to buy from more people. They'll be able to price things differently. They'll be able to get some products that aren't available to them now that we make better than anybody in the world. And it's just something that it's a great thing that it came together. It's so nice because we have many countries want to make a deal, and many countries are very unhappy that we happen to choose this one, to be honest with you. But it's a long time.
All right, so you give kids an inch and then they take the whole damn aisle. Like, God damn.
I guess a couple of people claim that too, but let's put it right at the top. I think it's going to be something very special for UK and special for the United States.
Okay.
How close are you to more deals, and when do you expect the next to be announced?
Well, very close. We have numerous deals. I know Howard's going back. As soon as this is finished, your press conference, he's got numerous. And Scott, who's right over here, who's fantastic, by the way.
And that's what I'm talking about. That's why I don't like trading in Nasdaq.
I watched you. That was he gave them a little lesson in the world and economics. But Scott's going to be going to Switzerland, meeting with China. And, you know, they very much want to make a deal. We can all play games. Who made the first call? Who didn't make it doesn't matter. It only matters what happens in that room. But I will tell you that China very much wants to make a deal. We'll see how that works out. Every country throughout the last 40, 50 years has literally ripped off the United States on trade, on military, on protection, on all the different things. And we are now making fair deals. And in this case, it's great because we really weren't very much involved. You have the European Union, which is, I think you made the right decision years ago.
Regarded,
I don't know if you remember, I was opening up Turnberry the day that you were voting, and they asked me, would it happen or would it not happen? I said, no, I think they're going to go their own separate way. I think it's better for them. And they did. I think it's going to end up being a very smart decision. But a big part of that decision was always that you'd be able to make a deal with the United States, and they were unable to do that. But now they made it, and it's a tremendous, it's very important. That was always
if we can get a failure here, that would be great.
On Brexit, and they were never able to make that deal. It was, it was a tough one, and this one was. It's amazing with time. This one just went very smoothly, went quickly and smoothly, and a lot of common sense, as I like to say. It's tremendous common sense, but it's going to make your country much bigger in terms of trade, and it's going to make our country much bigger in terms of trade too. Yes, sir. Okay, go ahead behind you. And then we'll get you.
You mentioned
You're with who?
the BBC.
Oh, good. Very nice. They treat me beautifully.
You mentioned beef exports. The UK currently doesn't accept American beef because of its own food standards. Are you calling on the UK to accept?
All right, there we go. I don't know. Yo, go. What was that, dude? What was that?
Well, I think
what the heck was that?
what they want.
I mean, I can say that I may have gotten in a little bit early. But all this extra shit that y'all was just doing just now?
As you know, Bobby Kennedy is doing a tremendous job, and he's, I think, probably heading toward your system.
Because this is definitely a short setup. I mean,
I think we're heading that
you got
way,
this thing going down, you got a double top, lower lows, lower highs.
So we're very big.
You got lower lows, lower highs.
We're a
What
very
are you
big
doing
country,
right
so
now, Gold?
It'll be great.
What
Yes.
the hell are you
Yes.
doing?
You want me to jump?
Yes.
Let's talk about American
Trying to
beef
stop me
really
out?
quickly, and it can't be understated. I'm Brooke
And
Rollins, by the
you-
way, how important this deal is and what
Come on,
this
Gold. Don't
means
do that
to
stupid
American
shit.
farmers and ranchers.
God
Specific to the
damn.
beef, this is going to exponentially increase our beef exports.
Trying
And
to
to
freaking
be
stop
very
me out?
clear, American beef is the safest, the best quality, and the crown jewel of American agriculture for the world. So I think a really important part of this
Yeah,
deal
that's,
isn't just the ethanol
that's
reducing
crazy,
of
man.
tariffs from 19 to 0, which for our row croppers is a huge deal, but also for beef. And as we move forward, I know our incredible trade team is looking at all of the meats, all of the produce, really all of our agriculture exports. And I don't know if there's an industry that has been treated more unfairly and has suffered more than our agriculture industry. So we look
Man, that's
forward
crazy,
to, I'll be in
man.
the UK on Monday.
If I kept my stop where it
talking to
was
my
at, they
counterpart
literally
over
came
there
back
for the
just to
next- really
sweep
for
the
next
liquidity
week,
on that.
And look forward to moving
But
that out
there's,
across the
I mean, I'm
country.
not going to sit here and say that the Bulls don't got a chance, but it's highly unlikely.
In the world, best
Got lower
tractors,
lows,
the best everything
lower
in the
highs.
world. And,
You got a trend line in
they
the
say
way.
that our agriculture is, second to none. You understand, and it'll be a great asset. People are going to be able to have options, choice, and they'll have more of it, and that usually means lower prices. How about we'll do you and then you? Go ahead.
Question for the client TV, Daniel Montaño,
I mean, if we can get price to
media. So congratulations for the deal. We see a big revenue.
price can kind of get above
What's the rest of Europe? It's a big
85. I can kind of get an entry.
country.
I'm not even going to trust
We
the
intend to make
Nasdaq.
a deal with Europe.
I'm not trusting
We
it.
have found that the European Union treated us extremely unfairly, very difficult, and hurt themselves in doing so. And they very much want to make a deal. We'll be dealing with them. We are dealing with them currently. So that'll cover.
Yeah,
pretty
I mean,
much the
Gold,
rest
that
of
was
it.
that was kind of
But
nasty
this
right
was
there,
separate
dude.
Because of Brexit
That was
in
nasty.
particular, this was a
There was no
separate-
way that you was about
a
to pump
separate
up.
deal. It always seems
and
so
I would've got
natural.
stopped
all the
out.
media
I mean, like I
would say
said,
that
I
this
kind of
seemed
get that
to
was
be
in there a
like,
little
why
bit
didn't this
early.
happen 25 years? Why didn't it happen a long time ago?
But
And
all
it
the way
was
up to my
always,
stop, though,
amazing
that's
to me. Somebody would say, hey,
that's
we got to
crazy.
make a deal. We have to make a
Okay.
deal. But this deal just fell into place. The prime minister did a fantastic job. His representatives are total professionals, and they got along well. And it just seemed to work. And I think one of the reasons it did is because we blew up the whole system. If we would have just been dealing with you separately or, country by country, we blew up the whole system. It was very fair to very unfair to the United States. And I think because of that, this worked out so nicely. And I'm honored that it was the first deal.
You know what, man?
Well,
I'm
what have you
not
done
playing with the
about this?
Nasdaq. I'm just gonna put my stop right there.
So this is a great day.
Is that
James
VWAP?
Bond,
I don't
because
feel
now
like fighting it right
Aston
now.
will be Available to American buyers. Will it be even
I really
better by
don't.
extending it
I don't
to
wanna
film?
fight it
You've talked
right
about
now.
a big tariff on films, and we'd like to know if there'd be relief on British.
Well, we're going to have a discussion on that separately. And as you know, we're putting tariffs on that particular film, he said, the movie makers. And we're going to be doing some tariffs to get them because a lot of them have left this country. They all live here. The money comes from here. Everything comes from here, but they make them in other countries. So we're going to do something to bring them back, maybe to a large extent. But James
I mean,
Bond has
that's-
nothing to worry about that, I can tell you.
I'm done with the Nasdaq right now.
And Sean Connery was a friend of mine. Sean Connery
You see
was
what I'm talking about with
responsible for my
gold?
getting zoning
Trying to
in
sit here
Aberdeen.
and snatch
said,
my
"Let
stop
the
up
bloody
and then go in my
build
direction?
his golf
Hell
course."
no. Hell no. You ain't gonna do
I
that
was
shit
like
to
4
me.
years into the process,
Hell
and
no.
it was impossible in Aberdeen. And I don't know, he just stood up one day and he said that. As soon as he said that, I got the
Is there-
approvals
what's
in
up?
about 2 minutes. So he was a great guy.
Is Daddy glowing
Sean
gold right now?
Connery, and,
Is there a reason why you?
Later in the year.
There we go. Look at gold. Nasty.
Yeah, I will be. Sure.
Gold was like,
We have
damn,
a
I
lot
thought
of
I had him.
investment over there. We have
I thought I had him.
Turnberry,
Oh shit! Look at
Aberdeen.
that
We have,
squeeze.
as you know,
No,
and,
no.
Doonbeg in Ireland, right on the ocean. They're all in the ocean. I only have interest in they're in the ocean.
No.
And we have good investments over there. It's been beautiful.
No.
Yes.
No, that is not fair.
Chinese counterparts. Not
Oh, that's not fair.
talks go well.
Oh, that is not fair. Oh my God, that's not fair.
Well, it could be. I mean, we're
Oh
gonna see
my
right
God,
now,
that's not fair.
You can't get any higher. It's at 145, so we know it's coming
Oh, that's
down.
not fair.
I think
Oh,
we're gonna
that's
have a
not
very
fair.
good relationship. I always got
That's
along
not
very well with
fair.
President
Oh my
Xi.
God.
That relationship
Oh
was
my
greatly
God, that's not
disturbed by
fair.
COVID when COVID came in. But
That's
we get
not
along very well now. I
fair.
mean,
That's not
I mean, the
fair.
relationship was hurt with a lot of people, a lot of countries
Dude.
when COVID came in.
Okay, so
But,
that's,
I think we're gonna have a
self-sabotage
very
can
good
be
relationship.
the
I
craziest
expect to
thing
have
in
a
the
very good
world, dude.
relationship with
How the hell did I get
China,
out
Scott. I think,
exactly
it's
before the
very
move
friendly
happened?
meeting. They look
How?
forward to
Right
doing
before it
it in an
happened,
elegant
I get
way.
out. Man,
China, as you know, has a
god damn.
tremendous trade surplus with us, and we can't,
Shit.
we just can't have that.
Yo, my damn orders.
And but I think it's gonna be very good for both countries. I would like to see China opened. One of the big things here is, and nobody would
you
know this, but
bitch.
the UK was largely closed. It was very much closed to trade, and now it's opened. And a lot of the financial reporters are very happy about that because so much. I listened to them. I hope they get countries opened up. And then you compete on a fair basis, but you can't compete.
This is why I don't like
allowed
micros either.
To go there, China would be the number
This is
one
why I don't like
example of that.
micros.
It's very close. We almost
I
had
only
it
filled
last
like
time
2 of my
before
orders and
COVID,
just tried to bounce. What
and,
kind of crap is
didn't
that?
work out. But we made a great deal with China. They had to buy $50 billion worth of our food products, and it was a great deal, doing very well for our farmers. And then when Biden came in, as usual, nothing happened. He didn't enforce it, and it got less, and ultimately, destroyed a great deal. That was a great deal. But,
Yeah, gold tried to do me
I think
dirty, yo.
that we're gonna
Gold
have
literally tried to
I
do
think
me
we're gonna
dirty
have a good
here.
weekend with China. I think they have a lot to gain. I do think they have far more to gain than we do in a sense, but we're going to have I think we're going to have a very, very good weekend.
All right, man. All right. All right. I'm not going to let this shit come all the way back, man.
Scott says
All right, man.
Scott is doing
Shit.
certain countries and Howard's doing certain countries. I mean, I wish I had like 10 more of each. Then we could do them all at one time. But there will be a time we'll do a number of them, and then there'll be a time, about an hour, where we're just going to say, because we understand the countries, we understand what they want, where we're just going to make the deal. In other words, we don't need the country involvement because we've already had it. And we'll say this particular country, which had big surpluses, let's say, we had therefore deficits, that this particular country is going to pay a 25% tariff or a 30% or a 50% or 10% or whatever it may be. I think we should explain it now, Howard. One of the things we did here that we'll rarely do is on cars, we took it from 25 to 10 on Rolls-Royce because Rolls-Royce is not going to be built here. I wouldn't even ask them to do that. It's a very special car, and it's a very limited number too. It's not, one of the
Man, fuck it,
monster
man.
car
Fuck
companies
it.
that makes millions of
All
cars.
right, I
They
guess
make a
here
very
comes the
small
reversal, right?
number of cars
Now
that are
that
super
your boy
luxury,
Sherm's
and
back
that
in this
includes
shit.
Bentley and
God
Jaguar.
damn.
So we have some very special cars. So in order to help that industry, and that's really, handmade stuff, and they've been doing it for a long time in the same location. And I said, yeah, that would be good. Let's help them out with that one. But that's different than a car company that comes out and makes millions of cars, which they'll be doing in our country. They're going to build, we have many, many factories, car plants being built or going to be built very soon. I think we can say that we'll be close to $10 trillion of investment. I think we're actually at that number now. If you add
Man,
up some of the
gold.
ones
Oh
we
my
haven't
God,
heard
dude.
about yet.
Oh,
I
fucking.
mean, we have some going up right now. They have plants going up, and they haven't even spoken to us. They're doing it because of the tariffs. And tariffs have always been used against us. And I never understood. I used to sit back. As you know, China paid hundreds of billions of dollars in tariff when I was president. But until then, China never paid anything. And, they really did a big number on us from the standpoint of trade. But we are using tariffs now for our benefit. And we have now close to $10 trillion. Think of that, 10 trillion. If you look at the past administration, and we're talking about over essentially 2 months, because you
Gold,
could say
why
3,
did you
but
do this
it
to
took
me?
a little while to get
Gold.
the office in perfect shape.
Why did you do this
It
to
took
me,
a little while
Gold?
to get things done.
Why?
But once we started,
Why
when you think of that, close
did
to
you do
$10 trillion
this?
of investment, you've had years where the United States wouldn't do that, and
Oh, my
wouldn't do
God,
1
dude.
trillion in a year.
Oh,
Wouldn't do
my
anywhere
God.
near 1 trillion.
Gold,
We
why?
did 10 trillion in 2 months. So it's
Oh,
amazing
why?
what's happening. We're getting calls from, and that has to do with chips, has to do with cars.
Okay.
We used to make chips. We had Intel, and we used to make chips. We had a monopoly on chips. Everything was made here. And now, over a period of years, because of presidents that didn't know what they were doing, they allowed that business to be stolen from
All
us.
right. I
Most of
mean,
it
I
moved
should
to
be happy.
Taiwan.
I mean, I'm up $3,200 today, but it ain't enough.
Because you had a lot of the chip
ain't
making
enough.
capacity, but they moved it in. And if we would have said, that's fine, if you want to move it to Taiwan, that's good. But if you want to sell back into the United States, we're going to put a 50% or 100% tariff on, they would have never left. But we had people sitting here that didn't understand that, and it's too bad. But now they're coming back because I'm saying it about 40 years too late. But they're coming back. As you know, we have the biggest chip makers in the world spending, in one case, 300 billion, in one case, 500 billion, same as Apple, and in another case, 200 billion. And we're going to have a large share, very, very substantial share of the chip making market.
That's definitely too big.
You said that this weekend is going to be a friendly visit. Do you expect that it will just be a formality to break the ice, or are they going to get into substantive negotiations?
I believe so, yes. I believe it's substantive, yes. I think people like to say, yes, we're having a meeting to meet. Well, we're meeting, so what are we going to do? Talk about meeting again? So I think it's going to be substantive. I think we can say that, right, Scott? Very substantive. Now, China wants to do something. And look, they have to at this point. You know, essentially, they made $1 trillion a year, and now they have absolutely, no business because of the tariffs. They have no business, and they want to have business, and we want them to have business. We want them to do well. We want them to do very well. So I think it's going to be very substantive.
Because business has slowed down, as you mentioned.
In China.
But we're seeing as a result, the ports here in the U.S., the traffic has really slowed. And
that's good.
Thousands of dock workers and truck drivers are worried about their jobs.
Yeah, no, we lose. That means we lose less money. When I see that, that means we lose less money. Look, China was making over $1 trillion, 1.1 trillion, in my opinion. Different numbers from 500 billion to $1 trillion or $1 trillion. I think it was 1.1 trillion. And frankly, if we didn't do business, we would have been better off. Okay, you understand that. So when you say it slowed down, that's a good thing, not a bad thing. But we're going to make it so they can. I'd like to say they can do better, actually, in terms of the bottom line.
Oh my God!
We'd
you
like
know
to
what?
see China open
All
up
right,
so
man.
we can compete
All right,
in
dude.
China and
All right, dude.
give
All right,
people
man.
something that they've
Whatever.
never had. Access to something.
All right.
That'd
Okay.
be great for the world.
I guess
It would be
I
great
can't
for our
win today, huh?
businesses, and I think it would be great for friendship.
As soon as I
really
start
expect
trading
a lot of people
outside
think
of,
I'm a militant guy. I'm really not.
I can't even get
think
lucky and
that,
gamble. Like, God damn.
Trade can bring a greater friendship with China. Can be
What the
something
fuck?
good. But one of the things that I know Scott's going to be talking about very high on the list is open up and let our businesses go into China, because when you talk about a closed country, that's a really closed country. And I think it would be great if it was opened up. Give people a lot of choice.
You say you're ashamed of my performance today,
Gain
gain
a lot
weight?
of jobs, a lot of
Honestly,
I think it would be a
I
great
would
thing
agree.
for China, and that's going to be one of the things we'll be
I would
discussing,
definitely agree.
like we discussed with UK. Yeah, please.
I would definitely agree with you. Man,
think
you know
that's
what,
set
Gold? All right,
because,
man.
that has to do with a lot of
All
different
right.
things, including
All
past.
right.
There are a lot of
Okay.
past
All right,
things that
well.
we talk. This is very inclusive. We included everything.
Shit.
And that's pretty well said. Yeah, please.
Shit. God. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, what the fuck?
No, that's a
No
low number.
way.
They made a good deal. Some will be much higher because they have massive trade surpluses, and in many cases they didn't treat us right. One thing with UK, they had it somewhat closed, not like a China as an example, but they always treated us with great respect. They treated us with great respect. The template of 10 is
That is
probably
crazy.
the lowest end.
That is absolute craziness.
Therefore,
Yo.
they,
What
made
the hell
that
just happened?
Deal, but they, we've had just a very special relationship with them. Like, I won't do that deal with cars. I mean, unless somebody shows me that there's another kind of a car that's comparable to a Rolls Royce, then there aren't too many. This is a good commercial for Rolls Royce. But I'm going to order a lot of
Mr.
cars.
President, I wonder whether you'd like to buy. I mean,
Well, the last time this happened, I ended up.
I would be happy to suggest a discount, obviously a very modest discount. We have to protect our profit margins.
I've had many of them, actually. The last time that happened, I ended up buying a Tesla.
Thank you, Mary Margaret Bellingham with Daily Wire. I had a question about the UK deal today. I heard there was talk that part of the agreement would depend on whether the UK would respect free speech and freedom of religion. I know the VP is really interested in that, talked about that earlier this year. Was there any assurances that you guys got?
You know what?
You want to handle that?
You know, honestly,
that-
like
that
I
was
said,
not
man,
part
this
of
is
the
this is getting
conversation.
out
Our
of hand with my
conversation
break
was an
even, man.
Economic
This is
conversation.
getting out of hand with my
Start
break even.
to finish.
That is getting
closed by
out of
the
hand.
president yesterday. This was
Leave
a
my
business
break even
deal,
alone.
Open their markets.
Go past it, damn it.
And also protect their workers.
God
Grow our
damn.
markets.
The
and
stalling at
help
my
our
break
workers.
even.
Business religion.
I randomly got into this damn thing.
Sort of a semi-religion, but not nearly as
You know what?
important. I
All
don't want to
right, man. They don't want to see your boy win. Like I randomly got into this.
In the back.
Mr. President, will you be asking China
Man.
to help you
Oh, wow. Okay.
the gap between Ukraine and Russia?
I think so, yeah. I think it's a natural thing to ask.
What do you expect?
Sure. I don't know. I think we're
Thank
making
you.
good
Shit.
progress.
That's all I asked
Fighting is
for.
a little bit different than it was.
Damn.
I think if we weren't involved, Russia would be, going at it to maybe get the whole thing. And without our involvement, they'd be able to get it, because we supplied a lot of different things foolishly. But we've been sort of paid back by doing the rare earth deal that I talked about before. I think that. No, I think that we.
All right,
will be
I'll take
very much
4,700
involved in
today.
trying to get that
I'm done.
bloodbath. It's a bloodbath.
I'm done.
It's
I'll
a
take
horrible
4,700.
situation. 5,000. It's really more than that. But it's 5,000 soldiers on average a week, mostly soldiers,
Oh my God.
are being killed. Young, beautiful people. I mean, they're being killed. I
Hey,
see
man.
the
Hey, either that
satellite
account was
pictures
gonna
coming
go.
back, body parts lying all over fields, heads and arms. It's so terrible. I've never seen anything
Man,
like that.
dude, I gotta
If
look
we
at
can get
this
that stopped,
because
that will be a great
it's crazy how
accomplishment. And we're
I
trying very hard.
randomly
I
got
think
in
we're
this
close,
damn
and
thing short,
Mr. Witkoff is
and then it
talking
shoots up
constantly
from my
back and
entry,
forth. He's a real professional who's got a great relationship with both countries.
and then I
And
scale
think
back
we
into
have,
this at this
a
double
good chance.
top,
And likewise, we're trying
and then
to
this thing
work on
stalls at my break
Iran to
even.
get that solved
And it's like,
without
how
having
does
to
it
get into
know?
any bombing, as we say, big bombing. I don't want to do that. I
Nasdaq, on
want
the other
them to
hand,
work a deal. I want them
almost
to be very
stops me out,
successful.
or actually it does stop me out. I get back in, and then it shoots up 10 million points.
Market barriers. How did you get the UK to bend? And what was the 11th hour deal or act?
All right.
Well, I think it was really just a
All
part
right,
of the
man.
overall.
That's it for me
They
today.
have so many things that are so good
We'll
for
definitely
them.
come
It's gonna
back
be so
later
good
on
for
this
the country.
evening.
And that was sort of easy. It
I don't know what it is, what's been
we had
happening the last 2 days, but
non-market, I call it
ES, you
non-market
got one more
or
fucking chance
non-monetary trade barriers.
before you get deleted off my damn
quite a few
chart
of them,
for
not nearly as
good.
bad as
We will
some
never
countries.
see an
Some
ES chart
countries
on
have,
this damn stream
they
ever
have
again.
virtually
You
no
got
tariff,
one more
but the rest
goddamn
of it is
chance.
so brutal, you can't do
Because you've
business
been
with them,
you've been
right?
the
So it's a
main
very
one this
important
week
question,
that been
actually.
low key,
No, I
doing
think
all
the
kind of shit, missing my
overall,
targets,
The overall deal just worked
not
out very
following
well
through
from
when
their
I actually get
standpoint.
into the damn
They were
thing,
willing to give that in order to get
and making
other
me feel like
things,
I'm
and,
wrong,
you
and
might
then
wanna
turn
speak
around
about
and I'm
this
right. You got one more chance, ES, and you're
point
off the
about
damn
deal
chart.
is that
Done.
we will continue reducing tariffs and
ES been fucking with me all
non-tariff
goddamn week.
barriers. This is a continuing picture. It's a movie. It's not a
Missing my
still
target
picture here.
and then coming back at the end of the day and then hitting it.
And
Nah,
we're
ES, you
both
got one more goddamn
committed,
chance.
to freeing
One
up
more.
trade between our countries. We're both committed to freeing up investment
Yeah.
between our countries. And the point about this deal is that it provides a very good template and a very good
But all right, guys, we'll come back later on
what we
tonight,
can continue
and we'll
to
definitely
do
look for
and
more
build
ways to
on
earn
in
some
the
more money.
future. And that's what
And with
we're
that
both
said,
determined
peace out,
to
everybody.
do.